are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And some space here. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down. Howell now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Josh Allen accumulated 7.5 sacks last season to lead Jacksonville and their rebuilding defense. Not quite the Pro Bowl season he had as a rookie, but they expect him to continue to blossom and is a future All-Pro.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And Howell will throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Howell. Quick slant, Dodson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Agnew now to return.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Draw play, ETN.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and we've seen a few moments like this in the first half already from this defense. You know you're going to give up some catches, but it's what they do after the catch that's really been hurting them. And it does again right there.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On the ready. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Howell got a man. It's Brown. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, is what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, Howell to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Robinson, he'll try the left side. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
I guess it's good we can't really Read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And that'll make it 13-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Lawrence on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. On the return, here's Agnew. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Roy!
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Handoff now to Robinson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the give, here's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
We go.
They'll try and run it here.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Powell, another throw on 2nd down.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So the play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off play action. It's Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Out to his left.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
On the double.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming.
Robinson will try to pick it up. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. He's taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Commanders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence will throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They run. Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He got 29 yards that time.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. Thomas brings it in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Howell's throw here pulled in by Beasley. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll go play action. Howell. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Powell. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And that tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Christian Kirk from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
taken at about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Commanders pick over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jaguars are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here we go!
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.